Underconsumption is trending right now, especially on TikTok, and I just kind of wanted to talk about that today while I do my makeup. And I wanted to do my makeup with products that I have hit pan on, or that I'm just really close to finishing, or I have finished before in the past, so this is like a repurchase for me. Products that kind of promote this underconsumption, not just products that are new. I just did my brows off camera. It is so hard for me to talk when I'm doing my brows, but I used 3 of my favorite brow products. I started with the NYX brow glue to really lift up my brows and kind of get that laminated effect, and then I like to add in some hair-like strokes, and for that I use the NYX Brow Lift and Snatch pen. And then I take the Anastasia Brow Wiz and I just very softly outline some parts of my brows that needed a little bit more shaping. But I feel like my brows turned out pretty good. I'm starting with the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Vanilla. I have been trying to finish this product for so long. I think like beginning of this year I kind of made it a goal, and I still have a ways to go, honestly. And I picked this product because this is one that I'm always so tempted to buy another one of, because they're always coming out with really good flavors that just sound amazing. I think they recently just did like an iced mocha one, and a couple people I follow were talking about it, and I was so tempted to buy this, but I was like, this has taken me so long to get through that it just wouldn't make sense to add another one of this to my collection. And that's something that can be hard, because like a product like this in particular, I would say is a product that people collect. You'll see the Lip Girlies collections of a bunch of these kind of butter balm products, and like it looks so nice and pretty and colorful, but realistically, how long would it take you to use that product? If you watched my Project Pan series last year, you're probably going to recognize a lot of these products, because yes, I am still trying to work on them and finish them. For primer, I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. They don't even make the primer in this glass bottle even more, and I think they might have changed the name too. I'm pretty sure they went back to their squeezy tube version. See like how, there we go, now we're getting there. But this is such a good primer. I love how lightweight and moisturizing it is. Sometimes I just still feel dry even after I do my skincare, so that's why I like a lightweight primer like this one. And then for foundation, I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop. Now I have mine upside down because I know I'm so close to finishing this, so I've been storing it upside down so I can get to the product easier. I think I have had that foundation in my collection since 2021, which is kind of sad that I haven't finished this foundation after having it for 3 years, but that's kind of my point of this whole overconsumption versus underconsumption, where I know that I am an overconsumer in beauty products, partly because doing makeup videos is my job, but also I just love trying and buying new products, and that's something that I've really been trying to work on. Over the past few years, it has become so normal to overconsume products, and I feel like the issue with that really just comes from social media, and especially TikTok now. It can be so fun to watch someone's haul of, you know, like a $500 Sephora haul, or like a Bath and Body Works haul where they got all the candles and scents and just like things like that, you know? I feel like we watch these hauls and it's just so pretty and like aesthetically pleasing to have all of these products that are like the same but different. Your beauty space looks like a little makeup store, and like how fun is that? But realistically, it's kind of fucking ridiculous. It is so wasteful, and I feel like with social media, people just want to show off the things they have. I really feel like that is why people buy so much shit, is to show it off. We buy all this stuff because it is so advertised to us. You know, we got like 1-day shipping now, you can get things the next day. It is so easy to just buy. But like realistically, no one is ever going to use all of those products themselves. And I am not saying that I am perfect. Like I said, I am a beauty influencer, so I do have a large makeup collection compared to most people, but it can be so overwhelming at times, and I'm not trying to complain or anything. Like, I love my job. My job is a blessing. But you see the amounts of PR that some influencers get, and you're like, what are they ever gonna do with all that stuff? And even I think that when I watch like some bigger influencers PR hauls, I'm like, dang, they gotta deal with all that cardboard, recycling, that plastic waste that's gonna go in the garbage, and then deal with all the products. And I kind of want to say within like my first, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years of doing YouTube, I'm on year 8 now, I think, I would accept PR from any brand that would send it to me, because that was so exciting. Like, it was so cool to get free stuff. Like, who doesn't want free stuff? So I would accept all this PR, and then I would just kind of like set it in a corner, put it in a bin, and I would completely forget about it. Then I would revisit it later on. The products have expired. For blush, I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty Cream Blush in Nearly Neutral. I hit pan on this blush like over a year ago, but ever since I hit pan, like in my brain, I'm like, oh, it's complete, but it's not finished at all. Like, there's still so much product left in here that I should try to use up at least. And honestly, I bought this product a while ago, so it's probably going to expire soon. Oh, but like I was saying, I used to be like a big overconsumer of just getting a bunch of PR. Oh, and I used to buy like every single makeup product I wanted because as I almost said a young YouTuber, as a beginner on YouTube, I just wanted to post about whatever I could to try to get views, you know? And at that time as well, I worked at Ulta and Sephora, so I had like a good employee discount. So I was like, oh, I can buy all the stuff I'm getting on discount. But realistically, I was buying a bunch of products that I was going to use once or twice, and then it was going to end up in my drawers for years, get expired, probably get thrown away, maybe I'd give it to a friend, but most cases it would expire. So now, probably in the last 2 or 3 years for me, I've become so much more mindful about like the PR I receive, the makeup I buy, the products I choose to talk about on my channel, the way I speak about products, and just trying to find this balance of being a makeup content creator but also someone that doesn't want to have a crazy Sephora looking collection. I'm honestly not loving how this blush is looking. I didn't spot conceal. I think that's my problem. Angela. Taking my NARS Soft Matte Concealer in Custard. Whenever I do these talking videos, I am so bad at organizing my thoughts in my brain. And I try to organize my thoughts by writing them down and it still does not work. I just have to talk as I go and just hope that it makes sense. But now, first of all, I am just very picky about the PR that I choose to receive because how it typically works is a brand will reach out through email and be like, hey, we're launching this product, or hey, we want to send you this. And you either say yes or no. So whenever I get those emails, I ask myself, is that a product that I want to use? Is that a product like I'm excited about? Or is it just like the new viral thing? Does it fit into my routine? Is this something that my subscribers have asked me to talk about or something that I think they would be really interested in? I ask myself these questions now before I choose to even accept the PR, or else I know that that product is literally just gonna sit in a box in my living room for months without me opening it or caring about it. Like, I need to actually care about the product. I'm not just going to accept anything anymore. It's just so wasteful. Also, do you see the baby pan in there? I'm gonna spray my face with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I think this might be my new like favorite setting spray of all time, because I think this is now my 4th one that I went through and I'm like continuously repurchasing it when I run out because I think it's that good. Now let's say I do get a PR package from a brand and they send me their entire lip line and all 12 new shades of it. 90% of the time I will just pick the shades that I think I would like out of that collection and then I will put the rest of the shades in my bin. I just think it's really wasteful for someone to open up and swatch all those lip products, like let's say it's 12 new products, and the likelihood of them continuing to use those 12 new products while also receiving new products in PR while also having what they have in their collection, like they're never going to use that makeup. It's literally impossible for an influencer or a human being to finish that much makeup. Or let's say a brand sends me a skincare product. I used to be the person that would honestly just try any kind of skincare product no matter what it was, if it would work for my skin type or not, and just try it out because I thought it was so fun. But now I'm like, that's also so wasteful because why would I open up this product, try it once or twice, it doesn't work for me, and now what do I do with this? But I do have a solution for that now that I'll talk about later. But I'm just consciously thinking to myself, does this product work for me and my skin type? Is it a type of product that I have liked in the past? Like, do I truly think I'm gonna like this product before I open it up and try it? And so that bin I was talking about that I put like my unopened PR items in there, I'll do just like random Instagram story giveaways with those products. I'll of course give them to friends and family. Actually, just the other weekend when it was my future sister-in-law's bridal shower, they were like doing some games and stuff. And my mom was helping out and she's like, oh, we need prizes for these games. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got you. So I like took on my PR, we made like little bundles and everything, and we made like 20 little gift bags that had like 4 or 5 products in it. And it just felt good that those people got to win those items as prizes. But I'd say that I probably donate most of my PR because if it's like a specific shade or something, like I can't just find someone in my life that is a specific shade of foundation. It's just easier to donate it. Now I'm taking my Catrice Under Eye Brightener. I've donated to local women's shelters in Portland. I'll send products to Project Beauty Share up in Washington, but there is also this kind of newish platform that I found. I don't know how new it is, maybe the last like year or so, but it's called You From Me, and it's a place where you can donate your slightly used beauty products and they will resell those products, because most of the time you can't donate used products. But I know You From Me has a whole like sanitary process and everything. I don't know, I'll link them down below, but anyways, as I was saying, You From Me doesn't take any like used makeup products, but they do take like used hair care or skincare. Like for example, maybe a cleanser I used once or twice, found that I didn't really like it didn't work for me, I can donate that to them and they will resell it and give it another life. Be honest, I don't really like this blush color. I think I don't like it with my hair and my black shirt. I think I do need something more like cool toned. I'm gonna add a Lawless Gumdrop, add some more coolness to this blush. So let's say you bought like a moisturizer from Sephora and you didn't like it, you used it twice and it's been in your drawer for like 2 months, but it's like past the return date. You could give it to you from me and then they will either sell or donate it. Those are just some things that I do with my PR when I receive it. I know I won't like it, or it's not in a shade I like, or just for some reason I know I'm not going to use it. Those are the things that I do to give those products another life. Okay, I'm much more happy with that blush color, and I'm going to do under eye concealer. I'm going to take the Natasha Denona one. Another way that I try to be a more conscious consumer is just like kind of going back to the PR, but it's just asking yourself, do I want this product? Will this product work for me? Is it meant for my skin type? Is it in a shade that I like? Or am I just buying this product because it is viral and trendy, but I don't necessarily need it and I don't think I'll use it a lot? Like, you kind of got to be honest with yourself and ask yourself those questions, because it is just so easy to impulse buy now, and especially when products are going so viral and there's influencers telling you you need to go run out and buy this new tier foundation. No, you don't. I also try to be very careful with the words that I use when I'm promoting products, and like only talk about, use, and promote products that I genuinely do like. I will never be that person that's gonna do those like crazy shocked faces and I'm screaming at you in the camera and I'm saying, run, don't walk to Ulta. Like, no, that's just not me, and it's just so fake. They're just trying to sell you products. I feel like I'm just kind of low-key bashing influencers right now while also being an influencer, but I'm just annoyed by those influencers, like the ones that are, it's kind of fake. It's fake. They just want to make their money and their commission, so they're gonna say whatever they can to push the product. And I'm not saying I'm the perfect influencer. I'm not. I have my overconsumption problems, but it's the people that are like promoting it is the problem. I keep looking back at my notes and I keep going off on so many tangents, and I like need to go back what I was originally saying. This is how my brain works, guys. I'm sorry. I almost forgot to use my cream bronzer, which is like one of the biggest pans that I have. It is the Makeup by Mario. Which one is this? Soft Sculpt Skin Enhancer. I have light medium. Love, love, love this product. Going back to asking yourself those questions when you're buying something, I also think it's very important when we're looking at a viral product, or like I was saying, a product that influencers are just really pushing for whatever reason. For example, the Tier foundation that everyone was talking about. It's a cushion foundation. It has incredible coverage. I saw so many people talking about that foundation, but me, I took a step back. I looked at the product and I asked myself, first of all, do I even like a cushion foundation? No. So honestly, I just had to ask myself just one question. Do I even like this type of product? And I don't. I didn't buy it. And I always do get a little bit of, I think it's FOMO, right? Just fear of missing out, of trying this cool new product. But literally like 2 weeks later, it left my mind and I saw like someone post about it and I was like, oh yeah, the Tier foundation. Like, I'm so glad I didn't buy that because I already forgot about it, and so did the rest of the internet. If you can get over that FOMO phase, it is very relieving. I also thought about the Haus Labs cream blush sticks. I saw so many people posting about that blush and it looked so beautiful. I love a blush. I do love a cream blush, but I don't like a blush in a stick formula like that. And it looked like it'd be a bit too glowy for my preferences. So I'm just talking myself out of buying that product. And I think that's something you like actively have to work on. Like, you really have to make this conscious decision to not buy the viral product in the moment. It can be hard, I get it. What I also did too, like a year ago, is I would make a list of everything that I was like itching to buy, whether it was makeup, beauty, or just like a clothing item or just a gadget, I don't know. I would write it down in a list in my phone and I would like write the date, and then a week later I would revisit it. And again, if I forgot about that product, I'm glad I didn't buy it then, because it was really just a want, not a need. Now to set my under eyes, I'm gonna take the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Powder in the shade 1. This is a mini one, and look at the size of that pan on this new Rephr and Alexandra Anel brush. I really need to repress this powder. Kelly Gooch just did a great video on just like under consumption again, but she kind of talked more about like using products up, how to get the last bit of a product, how to repress products. And so I keep thinking I need to repress this product because it's kind of hard to get at the edges. And that's another thing that I found really helpful to be a more conscious consumer, is doing some kind of like project pan, or like actively pushing yourself to finish every last drop of a product. I just did my very first project pan last year, and I would say it was a pretty successful project pan. I had the hopes of doing another one this year, but honestly, I think kind of because I have improved my shopping habits, I felt less of a need to do Project Pan. I don't know, but I still have like a mental list in my head of products that I want to finish up or hit pan on, and a lot of the products are the ones you're seeing in this video. But if you haven't done a Project Pan before, I highly recommend it. It really kind of teaches you a lot about, again, your shopping habits, like your mindset on buying products, just trying to use up what you already own, not always wanting to buy the new. I want a powder that's a little bit more mattifying in the rest of my face. I'm gonna take the new Benefit Professional Powder. This is a product I received in PR, but I've kind of been wanting a more mattifying powder, which is why I kept this one, and I have been liking it. The only issue is that it has a little bit of a tint to it as a powder that's supposed to be, I guess, somewhat translucent. So when I was super fair and I used this, it like made my foundation darker. Today I am tan, so this will work fine for me. But I'm kind of just setting more of like the center of my face. Honestly, had no intentions of really doing an eyeshadow look today. I should have tapped that out first. Tap out your creases before you set them, or else you're stuck with that. Oh, I did pull out a blush. That's right. I was like, there's no products in my collection that I have pan on in a powder blush, but I do have my Hourglass blush quad that was in my Project Pan last year that I tried so hard to hit pan on, this shade right here, and it just never happened. But I was so persistent. Honestly, I should probably declutter it this year because this palette is so old. Okay, I'm taking that shade that has like a big slant in it, and just add some powder blush right up here. These Hourglass palettes that come out every holiday season are so tempting for me to buy every year. They look so cool when they had like the cool animals on the covers, and just like the pans are stunning. Like, how could you not want this? And it's like, it's one of those products that I really have to talk myself out of. I just got way too excited about it. Hourglass holiday palette for a second there. But my point is, this is from the Ghost line that I want to say is like, I don't know, 4 to 5 years old now. But I'm proud of myself for only having this one. It's honestly probably pretty expired by now. I'm just kind of putting blush everywhere as usual. I'm actually just gonna kind of press it on this outer half of my eye. Like I said, I don't really want to do shadow, but I like putting blush right out here. Even though I am feeling very glowy, I am going to add highlighter just because I'm so proud of these two pans. These are the Rare Beauty highlighters in Enlighten and Exhilarate. Again, this is another product that I've been using ever since it launched. I did buy it right away, but they're so freaking good, and I'm so happy that I bought them, and like they're truly the only highlighters that I really use right now. And with Project Pan, you don't really have to do it with just makeup items. You can literally do it with any kind of item, like skincare, body care, food, like whatever you have a lot of, you can actively try to use it up. Even though it is so hard for me to finish, let alone just hit pan on a makeup product, I've been doing a lot better at finishing like my skincare products and like my shower products. Because again, I used to be that person that would have like 4 or 5 different shampoos and conditioners in her shower because I got them in PR and I wanted to try them all, even though only one would work for my long curly hair. I just find so much joy out of finishing a product completely, and literally, I'm so annoying. I'll finish a product and I'll just yell, "Panned!" just really loud, and my boyfriend's like, oh, like she finished whatever she was using. Usually it's like a cleansing balm or a cleanser or something, and then I'll just stick the bottle in my empties bin, and it's just nice to like look at that bin of products and be like, wow, I finished all those products and I used like every drop that I could. It's just like a very satisfying feeling. I'm kind of in the mood to do some eyeliner. Just liner and mascara. I don't really do liner a lot. How about an eyeliner that is so old in my collection? It is Urban Decay Mushroom. I swear, these never dry out. It's kind of amazing. I'm gonna run this along my top lash line. I was looking for some older photos the other day, and I came across pictures of like how I used to do my makeup in like high school and stuff, kind of when I first started like really getting into it. And I kind of want to like do how I did my eyeliner back then, because I was like, oh, I haven't done that in a while. In like, you know, 10 plus years. So I'd line my top lash line and then some on the outer part of my lower lash line, but I'd like connect it right on the very outer part of my eye. So I'm like literally sticking my eyeliner on my outer corner, and then I'll just bring in whatever's left on the brush in the inner part here. I've gotten better at using up like my shower kind of skincare products and like not opening new ones and not using products that are like not meant for me and my skin type. And I've also gotten kind of better at just like not purchasing new makeup and accepting PR that I don't need. But one category that keeps getting me is body care. I feel like just in this last like year and a half, body care has really been booming, and it's kind of like an exciting category, and it's cool to see what brands are coming out with. And I'm just so tempted by those products that I'm seeing, and I have been kind of impulse buying some of them, honestly. And this is a category where I really have to try to stop myself because I want to just try it all. Like, It's so weird. Like, for example, I am so into Fleur fragrances right now. Like, I literally bought the Vanilla Skin body mist, and then just a couple weeks ago they came out with the perfume, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need the perfume. I literally have still a full bottle of the body mist, but I impulsively bought the travel size of the perfume version. And then Ouai came out with the hair and perfume mist of their Saint Bart scent, and I freaking love that scent in the scrub. I also got the body lotion this year, and I'm like, oh my gosh, of course I need the spray. And I know it's just so impulsive, and I'm just buying it because it just feels like it'll be a quick fix and it'll make me happy, but realistically it doesn't. I just spent so long on trying to make that eyeliner look like perfectly even. And now I'm gonna do some mascara with my favorite mascara, which is the Tower 28 Make Waves. I've gone through tubes and tubes of this. So talking about like perfumes and stuff, Fleur also just announced this like heavy cream fragrance mist, and just the marketing looks good, the picture looks good, and I'm so tempted to buy this, and immediately I'm like, oh my gosh, I need that. And I'm just trying to get better at just like recognizing that urge and like that impulse and that feeling of just like, oh my gosh, I need that. But it's like, no, I don't. I just bought 2 new body mist sprays in the last like 2 months. And I know it takes me such a long time to finish a body spray. I need to try some of Kelly's tips to like revive my mascara. As I can tell, it's like slowly dying and getting drier. Oh, I think she said like warming it up with your body or in like a glass of warm water. I'm gonna have to try that. I've never tried that before. And then I'll do a little bit on the outer part of my lower lashes. And then I've been taking this like little lash fan and I comb through the bottom ones. I would love to know what category you are like currently struggling in, that you can recognize that you're like impulse buying there and you're like, wow, I really am over consuming this because it's just not like realistic. I would love to know what your category is, because yeah, mine is definitely body care, body lotion, smells, perfumes. I want it all. I feel like as always, this type of video was a little bit all over the place. I definitely went on like a rant there for a minute about influencers, just so much overconsumption. The thing I wanted to mention about just this like trend of underconsumption is that it's literally just normal consumption. It's literally using the products you bought. And this just goes back to my point of, and influencers and celebrities showing off what they have is a problem. We're just buying too much shit. I'm taking a matte white shadow and I'm just kind of brightening my lid. Again, I'm not really trying to do like an eyeshadow look today. I'm just kind of playing with like light and dark colors. I'm just kind of like brightening where I think I need it. My powder bronzer that I wanted to use, I have pan on, is the Hourglass bronzer in Nude Bronze Light. This was another product that was in my project pan last year, and I did hit my goal of hitting pan on that, and I was so proud because this was a product that was so hard to hit pan on, even like with so much use. I would use it daily and it took forever. It's actually kind of been a minute since I've used this bronzer too, because I've been trying to use the other bronzers in my collection after hitting my goal, you know? I kind of want to try pressing in that Benefit powder like with my puff. Right in here. I hate being so glowy right here. That worked. Sometimes you just gotta like get the powder into your skin. And then for lips, I'm gonna finish off with the Too Faced Kissing Jelly Gloss in Raspberry. I have used so much of this product and I feel like I haven't even had it that long. Like, I got it this year, right? And it is very rare for me to finish a lip product, but I love the feeling of this gloss. And it just gives like a little bit of color, and I can just wear this and I'm like super happy with it. And I love the smell and the feeling of it, like, and the doe foot, like this one hits all the marks for me, honestly. Great, that is the makeup look. So thank you so much for sitting here and just kind of like chatting with me today and just letting me like word vomit all this stuff at you. But I would love to know your thoughts on this whole underconsumption trend, even though it's really just normal consumption. But like, what are your thoughts on it? What types of products do you struggle with over consuming? I would love to know. Let's talk about it in the comments. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.